Hello, honored guests. With this being the finale episode of Season 3, we wanted to take this time to thank all of you who have gone on this weird and whimsical adventure with us. We truly appreciate each and every one of you. We also want to let you know about a project we've been working on. We've partnered with independent children's author Mark Buskey to produce audio versions of his Marcy the Mole books. The first of these will be premiering right here tomorrow, so make sure you come back for that. It's a sweet story, and we're excited to be a part of helping it reach a new audience. With all that being said, I am happy to present to you the season finale of Season 3 of The House of Branching Paths. Oh, and make sure to stick around after the credits. We have a bit of a treat for you. The following presentation is best experienced with headphones.
Greetings, and welcome back, honored guests. The house itself and the circle are delighted to be inviting you to the party today. There are many familiar friends here, and we hope you are able to enjoy yourselves during your stay. Please follow me this way. Today, we are going to the ballroom. It has been ages since we have held a party here, and the room has seemed to lighten up a bit with happy laughter and chatter. I now leave you with the circle.
Welcome, honored guests. You are just in time. The party has just gotten into full swing.
Jax and Mr. Forgettable have really outdone themselves. They even invited some of our friends from other realms.
Marvelous party you put on here. I believe I might sing a song in honor of it, or at least give a speech.
Oh, we're giving speeches at this party too?
No, there shan't be any speeches here today by anyone. Thank you very much. You two can go back and join the others.
No, I certainly understand. It is always no to Toad, poor Toad, who shall never be given the command of a room that he so longs for.
You certainly sound like you've had a hard life. You can tell me all about it. Don't worry, I'm used to it.
They are certainly strange creatures.
They're so excited to be here, though. I do wish Odysseus and Penelope had answered my invitation, though.
Don't be hurt by it. It is difficult for our messages to pierce so deeply into the story realms.
You are certain that everything is all right with them?
Relax, traveler. Everything is fine. Oh, I see here, as if in reply to your concerns, the flames have called up one of the stories that you've entered on your journey.
I do believe I see the crackle of a story on those flames.
The fire burns bright, with stories ever knowing.
Ah, yes. The Flames have decided to celebrate as well by taking us to another party.
One that takes place in the cozy 100-acre wood.
Oh, is this story about me?
And me?
Yes, Pooh and Piglet, the story is about both of you, and all of your other friends, too.
Oh, good. I love to hear stories about my friends.
Gather around, everyone, as we take you back to the world created by A.A. Milne with another tale of
Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, I so love the 100-acre wood. I hope we get to stay there for a while.
It rained.
And it rained.
And it rained. Piglet told himself.
I have never in all my life.
And he was, goodness knows, how old?
3, was it? Or 4?
Never seen so much rain. Days
and days and days.
If only I had been in Pooh's house, or Christopher Robin's house, or Rabbit's house when it began to rain, then I should have had company all this time instead of being here all alone. to do except wonder when it will stop.
It would have been jolly to talk with Pooh right now, and really, it wasn't much good having anything exciting like floods if you couldn't share them with somebody.
For it was rather exciting. The little dry ditches which Piglet had nosed about in so often had become streams.
The little streams across which he had splashed were rivers.
And the river, between whose steep banks they had played so happily, had sprawled out on its own bed and was taking up so much room everywhere that Piglet was beginning to wonder.
Will it be coming into my bed soon?
Little Piglet also thought.
It's a little anxious to be a very small animal entirely surrounded by water. Christopher Robin and Pooh could escape by climbing trees, Kanga could escape by jumping, and Rabbit could escape by burrowing, and Owl could escape by flying, and Eeyore could escape by making a loud noise until rescue, and here I am, surrounded by water, and I can't do anything.
It went on raining, and every day the water got a little higher, and now it was nearly up to Piglet's window.
And still he hadn't done anything. Except think.
There's Pooh. Pooh hasn't much brain, but he never comes to any harm. He does silly things, and they turn out right. There's Owl. Owl hasn't exactly got brain, but he knows things. He would know the right thing to do when surrounded by water. There's Rabbit. He hasn't learned in books, but he can always think of a clever plan.
He thought of the rest of his friends as well.
There's Kanga. She isn't clever, Kanga isn't, but she would be so anxious about Roo that she would do a good thing to do without thinking about it. And then there's Eeyore, and Eeyore is so miserable anyhow that he wouldn't mind about this, but I wonder what Christopher Robin would do.
Then suddenly he remembered a story which Christopher Robin had told him about a man on a desert island who had written something in a bottle and thrown it into the sea.
Maybe if I write something in a bottle and throw it in the water, perhaps somebody will come and rescue me.
He left the window and began to search his house.
All of it that wasn't underwater.
And at last he found a pencil and a small piece of dry paper and a bottle with a cork to it. And he wrote on one side of the paper,
"Help, Piglet."
In parentheses.
Me.
And on the other side,
it's me, Piglet. Help, help.
Then he put the paper in a bottle, and he corked up the bottle as tightly as he could, and he leaned out of the window as far as he could without falling in.
And he threw the bottle as far as he could throw. Splash!
Splash! And in a little while it bobbed up again on the water, and he watched it floating slowly away in the distance. Piglet thought,
So now somebody else will have to do something, and I hope they will do it soon, because if they don't, I shall have to swim, which I can't, so I hope they do it soon.
And then he gave a very long sigh and said,
"Oh, I wish Pooh were here. It's so much more friendly with two."
Meanwhile, when the rain began, Pooh was asleep.
It rained.
And it rained.
And it rained.
And Pooh slept.
And he slept. And he slept. He had a very tiring day. He asked Christopher Robin if there were any other poles,
other than the north,
that he might discover. Christopher Robin had said,
"There's a South Pole, and I expect there's an East Pole and a West Pole, though people don't like talking about them."
Pooh was very excited when he heard this.
So Pooh went out to discover the East Pole.
Whether he discovered it or not, I forget, but he was so tired when he got home that
in the very middle of his supper, after he had been eating for little more than half an hour, he fell fast asleep in his chair and slept
and slept and slept.
Until suddenly he woke up and cried,
"Oh!"
And there he was, sitting in his chair with his feet in the water and water all around him.
He splashed to his door, looked out, and said,
"This is serious. I must have an escape."
So he took his largest pot of honey and escaped with it in a broad branch of his tree, well above the water.
And then he climbed down again and escaped with another pot.
And when the whole escape was finished, there was Pooh sitting on his branch, dangling his legs, and there beside him
were 10 pots of honey.
2 days later, there was Pooh sitting on his branch, dangling his legs, and there beside him were 4 pots of honey. 3 days later, there was Pooh sitting on the branch, dangling his legs, and there beside him
was 1 pot of honey.
4 days later, there was Pooh.
And it was on the morning of the 4th day that Piglet's bottle came floating past him, and with one loud cry of
Honey!
Pooh plunged into the water, seized the bottle, and struggled back to his tree again.
Bother! All that wet for nothing. What's that bit of paper doing?
He took it out and looked at it.
It's a message. That's what it is. When that letter is a P, and so is that, and so is that, and P means Pooh, so it's a very important message to me. And I can't read it. I must find Christopher Robin, or Owl, or Piglet, one of those clever readers who can read things. And they will tell me what this message means, only I can't swim. Bother.
Then he had an idea, and I think that for a bear of very little brain, it was a good idea. He said to himself,
If a bottle can float, then a jar can float. And if a jar floats, I can sit on top of it, if it's a very big jar.
So he took his biggest jar and corked it up.
All boats have to have a name. I shall call mine the Floating Bear.
And with these words, he dropped his boat into the water and jumped in after it.
For a little while, Pooh and the Floating Bear were uncertain as to which of them was meant to be on the top.
But after trying 1 or 2 different positions, they settled down with the Floating Bear underneath and Pooh astride it, paddling vigorously with his feet.
Christopher Robin lived at the very top of the forest. It rained.
And it rained.
And it rained, but the water couldn't come up to his house.
On the morning of the 5th day, Christopher Robin saw the water all around him and knew that for the first time in his life, he was on a real island, which was very exciting.
It was on this morning that Owl came flying over the water to say,
How do you do?
I say, Owl, isn't this fun? I'm on an island.
The atmospheric conditions have been very unfavorable lately.
The what?
It has been raining.
Yes, it has.
The flood level has reached an unprecedented height.
The who?
There's a lot of water about.
Yes, there is.
However, the prospects are rapidly becoming more favorable at any moment.
Have you seen Pooh?
No. At any moment.
I hope he's all right. I've been wondering about him. I expect Piglet's with him. Do you think they're all right, Owl?
I expect so. You see, at any moment...
Do go and see Owl, because Pooh hasn't got very much brain, and he might do something silly. And I do love him so, Owl. Do you see, Owl?
That's all right. I'll go. Back directly.
And he flew off.
In a little while, he was back again.
Pooh isn't there.
Not there?
Has been there. He's been sitting on a branch of his tree outside his house with 9 pots of honey. But he isn't there now.
Oh, Pooh, where are you?
Here I am.
Pooh!
They rushed into each other's arms.
How did you get here, Pooh?
On my boat. I had a very important message sent me in a bottle. And owing to having got some water in my eyes, I couldn't read it, so I brought it to you on my boat.
With these proud words, he gave Christopher Robin the message.
But it's from Piglet.
Isn't there anything about Pooh in it?
Christopher Robin read the message aloud.
Oh, are those P's piglets? I thought they were Poohs.
We must rescue him at once. I thought he was with you, Pooh. Owl, could you rescue him on your back?
Oh, I don't think so. It's doubtful if the necessary dorsal muscles...
Then would you fly to him at once and say that rescue is coming? And Pooh and I will think of a rescue and come as quick as ever we can. Oh, don't talk, Owl. Go on quick.
Owl flew off.
Now then, Pooh, where's your boat?
I ought to say that it isn't just an ordinary sort of boat. Sometimes it's a boat, and sometimes it's more of an accident. It all depends.
Depends on what?
On whether I'm on the top of it or underneath it.
Oh, well, where is it?
There,
said Pooh, pointing proudly to the floating bear.
It wasn't what Christopher Robin expected, and the more he looked at it, the more he thought what a brave and clever bear Pooh was.
And the more Christopher Robin thought this, the more Pooh looked modestly down his nose and tried to pretend he wasn't.
But it's too small for two of us.
3 of us with Piglet.
Oh, that makes it smaller still. Oh, Pooh Bear, what shall we do?
And then this bear, Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh, F.O.P.
Friend of Piglets,
R.C.
Rabbit's companion,
P.D.
Pole Discoverer,
E.C. and T.F.
Eeyore's comforter and tailfinder.
In fact, Pooh himself said something so clever that Christopher Robin could only look at him with mouth open and eyes staring, wondering if it was really the bear of very little brain whom he had known and loved so long.
We might go in your umbrella.
Christopher Robin stared.
We might go in your umbrella.
And stared.
We might go in your umbrella.
And stared.
For suddenly Christopher Robin saw that they might. He opened his umbrella and put it point downwards in the water.
It floated but wobbled.
Pooh got in.
No, I think it's all right now, Chris.
Splash!
So after a short drink, which Pooh didn't really want, he waded back to Christopher Robin.
Then they both got in together, and it wobbled no longer.
I shall call this boat the Brain of Pooh.
And the Brain of Pooh set sail forthwith in a southwesterly direction, revolving gracefully.
You can imagine Piglet's joy when at last the ship came into sight of him.
Oh, Pooh! Christopher Robin!
Well, you can imagine his joy when at last he saw the good ship, Brain of Pooh,
Captain C. Robin, First Mate P. Bear.
coming over the sea to rescue him.
One day, when the sun had come back over the forest,
Bringing with it the scent of May, and all the streams of the forest were tinkling happily to find themselves their own pretty shape again.
and the little pools lay dreaming of the life they had seen and big things they had done.
And in the warmth and quiet of the forest, the cuckoo was trying over his voice carefully and listening to see if he liked it.
And wood pigeons were complaining gently to themselves in their lazy, comfortable way that it was the other fellow's fault.
But it didn't matter very much.
On such a day as this, Christopher Robin whistled in a special way he had. And Owl came flying out of the 100-acre wood to see what he wanted.
Oh, I'm going to give a party.
You are you?
And it's to be a special sort of party, because it's because of what Pooh did when he did what he did to try to save Piglet.
Oh, that's what this is for, is it?
Yes. So would you tell Pooh as quickly as you can, and all the others, because it will be tomorrow?
Oh, it will it?
So will you go and tell them, Owl?
Owl tried to think of something very wise to say, but couldn't, so he flew off to tell the others.
And the first person he told
Was Pooh.
Pooh, Christopher Robin is giving a party.
Oh?
said Pooh, and then seeing that Owl expected him to say something else, he said,
Will there be those little cake things with pink sugar icing?
Oh, well, it is a party, so perhaps there will be cakes there, Pooh.
Marvelous. And why are we to have a party?
Well, Christopher Robin said the party is to be held for you.
And then Owl flew off to Eeyore.
Pooh thought to himself,
A party for me? How grand. But will all the other animals know that it is a special Pooh party?
Pooh went on to think about if Christopher Robin had told them about the floating bear and the brain of Pooh and all the wonderful ships he had invented and sailed on.
and he began to think how awful it would be if everybody had forgotten about it.
What if nobody quite knew what the party was for?
And the more he thought like this, the more the party got muddled in his mind.
Like a dream when nothing goes right.
and the dream began to sing itself over in his head until it became a sort of song. It was an anxious Pooh song.
3 cheers for Pooh.
For who?
For Pooh.
Why? What did he do?
I thought you knew. He saved his friend from a wedding. 3 cheers for a bear.
For where?
For Bear. He couldn't swim, but he rescued him.
He rescued who?
Oh, listen, do. I'm talking of Pooh.
Of who?
Of Pooh.
I'm sorry, I keep forgetting.
Well, Pooh was a bear of enormous brains.
Just say it again.
Of enormous brains.
Of enormous what?
Well, he ate a lot, and I don't know if he could swim or not, but he managed to float on a sort of boat.
A sort of what?
Well, a sort of pot. So now let's give him 3 hearty cheers.
So now let's give him 3 hearty wishes?
And hope he'll be with us for years and years and grow in health and wisdom and riches. 3 cheers for Pooh.
For who?
For Pooh. 3 cheers for Bear.
For where?
For Bear. 3 cheers for the wonderful Winnie the Pooh.
Just tell me, somebody. What did he do?
While this was going on inside him, Owl was talking to Eeyore.
Eeyore, Christopher Robin is giving a party.
Very interesting. I suppose they will be sending me down the odd bits which got trodden on. Kind and thoughtful. Not at all. Don't mention it.
There's an invitation for you.
What's that like?
An invitation.
Yes, I heard you. Who dropped it?
This isn't anything to eat. It's asking you to the party. Tomorrow.
Eeyore shook his head slowly.
You mean Piglet, the little fellow with excited ears. That's Piglet. I'll tell him.
No. It's you.
Are you sure?
Of course, I'm sure. Christopher Robin said all of them. Tell all of them.
All of them, except Eeyore?
All of them.
A mistake, no doubt. But still, I shall come. Only don't blame me if it rains.
But it didn't rain. Christopher Robin had made a long table out of some long pieces of wood, and they all sat round it.
Christopher Robin sat at one end, and Pooh sat at the other, and between them on one side were Owl,
And Eeyore.
and Piglet,
And between them on the other side were Rabbit.
and Roo,
And Kanga.
and all Rabbit's friends and relations spread themselves about on the grass, and waited hopefully in case anybody spoke to them, or dropped anything, or asked them the time.
It was the first party to which Roo had ever been, and he was very excited. As soon as ever they had sat down, he began to talk. Hello, Pooh.
Hello, Roo.
Roo jumped up and down in his seat for a little while, and then began again.
Hello, Piglet. Hello, Eeyore.
It will rain soon. You see if it doesn't.
Hello, Owl.
Hello, my little friend.
And Kanga said to Roo,
Drink up your juice first, dear, and talk afterwards.
When they had all nearly eaten enough, Christopher Robin banged on the table with his spoon, and everybody stopped talking and was very silent.
This party is a party because of what someone did. And we all know who it was, and it's his party because of what he did. And I've got a present for him, and here it is.
Then he felt about a little and whispered,
Where is it?
While he was looking, Eeyore coughed in an impressive way and began to speak.
Friends, including Oddments, it is a great pleasure, or perhaps I'd better say it's been a pleasure so far, to see you at my party. What I did was nothing. Any of you, except Rabbit and Owl and Kanga, would have done the same. Oh, and Pooh. My remarks do not, of course, apply to Piglet and Roo, because they are too small. Any of you would have done the same, but it just happened to be me. I did what I did because I feel that we should all do what we can to help. I feel that we should all...
Roo, dear.
Was it me?
What's he all talking about, Pooh?
I don't know.
I thought this was your party.
I thought it was once, but I suppose it isn't.
I'd sooner it was yours than yours.
So would I.
Roo!
As I was saying, when I was interrupted by various loud sounds, I feel that...
Here it is. Pass it down to silly old Pooh. It's for Pooh.
For Pooh?
Of course it is. The best bear in all the world.
I might have known. After all, one can't complain. I have my friends. Somebody spoke to me only yesterday, and he was saying that I'm...
Nobody was listening, for they were all saying, "Open it, Pooh."
Open it, Pooh.
Ooh,
I know what it is.
What is
No,
that?
you don't. And of course, Pooh was opening it as quickly as ever he could, but without cutting the string.
Because you never know when a bit of string might be useful.
At last, it was undone.
When Pooh saw what it was, he nearly fell down. He was so pleased.
It was a special pencil case. There were pencils in it marked B,
For bear.
and pencils marked HB,
For helping bear.
and pencils marked BB.
For brave bear.
There was a knife for sharpening the pencils, and a rubber for rubbing out anything which you had spelt wrong,
And a ruler for ruling lines for the words to walk on. And inches marked on the ruler in case you wanted to know how many inches anything was.
and blue pencils,
And red pencils.
and green pencils,
For saying special things in blue and red and green.
and all these lovely things were in little pockets of their own in a special case which was shut with a click when you clicked it. And they were all for Pooh.
Oh,
Oh, Pooh.
thank you.
But Eeyore was saying to himself,
This writing business, pencils and whatnot, overrated if you ask me. Silly stuff. Nothing in it.
Later on, when they had all said
Goodbye.
and
Thank
you.
to Christopher Robin, Pooh and Piglet walked home thoughtfully together in the golden evening, and for a long time they were silent.
When you wake up in the morning, Pooh, what's the first thing you say to yourself?
What's for breakfast? What do you say, Piglet?
I say, I wonder what's going to happen exciting today.
Pooh nodded thoughtfully.
It's the same thing.
And what did happen?
When?
Next morning.
I don't know.
Could you think and tell me in Pooh sometime?
If you wanted it very much.
Pooh does.
He gave a deep sigh, picked his bear up by the leg, and walked off to the door, trailing Winnie the Pooh behind him.
The end.
That was a lovely party, but I suppose it's time we get back to our own party, isn't it? Let's go, honored guests.
Ah, something about the 100-acre wood just feels like home.
I'm glad that I can finally breathe easy, knowing that everything is going to be all right.
Hey, you, human. Do you know where there are snakes for me to fight?
Not off the top of my head, but did you know I fought a snake once?
No, I did not. Come with me. We should trade battle stories.
Well, they will be chatting for a while. As for me, I feel the urge to recite a sonnet written by my old friend William Shakespeare. Would you care to help me, Morgana?
Well, you'll have to be more specific if you want my help, Emrys. You know, he wrote 154 of them.
This one speaks of the unaging nature of old friends.
Ah, yes. Then I would gladly help you with...
Sonnet 104.
To me, fair friend, you never can be old. For as you were when first your eye I eyed, such seems your beauty still.
3 winters
cold have from the forest shook,
3 summers
pride.
3 beauteous springs.
To yellow autumn turned, in process of the seasons have I seen. To me, fair friend, you never can be old.
3 April perfumes in
3 hot Junes
burned, since first I saw you fresh, which yet are green. Ah, yet doth beauty like a dial hand steal from his figure, and no pace perceived.
To me, fair friend, you never can be old. So your sweet hue, which methinks still doth stand, hath motion, and mine eye may be deceived. To me, fair friend, you never can be old.
For fear of which, hear this thou age unbred.
Ere you were born was beauty's summer dead. To me, fair friend, you never can be old.
The end.
Of course, they are allowed to give speeches.
Is it just me, or is that fire, totally going out?
Yes, Princess. I do believe I see the crackle of a story on those flames, but for next time.
The fire burns low, with stories ever glowing.
Honored guests, I wish you could stay longer, but we'll have you back again soon.
Safe travels, honored guests.
May your wandering and wondering bring you back to our door sooner rather than later.
And may you remember that your greatest strength lies in your pack.
I wish you a strong and determined will.
And good health to you and your families.
We hope you will be inspired to tell our stories, honored guests.
Farewell for now, but remember,
the House of Branching Paths is always open.
See you soon.
Honored guests, come follow me, for you mustn't stay at our house for too long. Thank you for continuing to visit us. Remember, it is important now more than ever to share the stories you hear. Keep our stories alive. But you must go. Stay close behind, my guests, and whatever you do, don't answer any voices you may hear on the way out. Oh, but do come back. Hearing the circle's stories brings me to life.
You have been listening to The House of Branching Paths, a theatrical podcast experience brought to you by Round 2 of Productions, created by Mark Kilmer and Caroline Miller, with featured artists Kimmy Kidd, Bill Blanky, April Sita, Justin Panachia Shimza, Jamie Chandler, George Dewar, Joshua Towers, and Katie Bailey, with music by Elegy. For even more content, join us on our Patreon, or for more stories like these, be sure to visit your local library. Thank you for joining us, honored guests, and remember, the fire may burn low, but the stories are ever glowing.
3 cheers for Pooh. For who? For Pooh. Why, what did he do? I thought you knew. He saved his friend from a wedding. 3 cheers for Bear. For where? For Bear. He couldn't swim, but he rescued him. He rescued who? Oh, listen, do. I am talking of Pooh. Of who? Of Pooh. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. Well, Pooh was a bear of enormous brain. Just say it again, of enormous brain. Enormous what? Well, he ate a lot, and I don't know if he could swim or not, but he managed to float on a sort of boat. On a sort of what? Well, a sort of pot. Now let's give him 3 hearty cheers. Now let's give him 3 hearty witches, and hope he'll be with us for years and years, and grow in health and wisdom and riches. 3 cheers for Pooh. For who? For Pooh. 3 cheers for Bear. For where? For Bear. 3 cheers for the wonderful Winnie the Pooh. Just tell me, somebody, what did he do?